All right, guys, it has been I think it has been 5 days of no sunshine in Kansas City. Today is our first day of full sunshine, so here we go. I was looking to see where Chiggy was, and I just heard him get down from wherever he was. Where's that Chig? Where's that Chig? There he is. There he is. Are you coming? Are you coming? Come on. Let's go. I'll go see what Charlie's doing. Trig sometimes takes a little while. Bub, look at all the sunshine. It's like blinding out here. 5 days and no sun, and finally sun. We love you, sun. We love you, son. So today is March 30th, 2018. And March 30th, 2009 is when I put down my cat Rags. What are you doing, weirdo? Rags is the reason that you're watching this video right now. In other words, this channel, my website, floppycats.com, would not exist without his existence. So I always honor him on his birthday and the day that he passed, which is today. His birthday is August 8th. So if you haven't subscribed to our site yet, and if you do, then you will be made aware of that every year. Trig is actually a relative of Rags's. It was one of my goals when Rags passed, was to find a cat that was a relative of his. So Trig is like a great nephew. I only knew Rags's father for sure when my mom and dad adopted Rags and his half brother. The breeder didn't know which mother was Rags, so at the time they weren't keeping the litters apart, I guess, or not keeping very good track, but they knew for sure who the father was. And so I think it's called Paw Peds. It's a pedigree genealogy type of site where you can search for the father and mothers of certain cats. And so I went on there, searched for Rags's father, which is Ragdoll Thor. I think I might be pronouncing Ragdoll incorrectly. Rags came from one of the very, very first Ragdoll breeders. His name is Dave Chambers, and his wife Georgia Ann Chambers. And I don't think that they're still breeding. But anyway, I did a search for that and found Trig's mom was related to Rags, and I had several other breeding cats in 2009 that I was following to see who would have a litter. I didn't put down a deposit or anything like that to see if I was just thinking people are going to get mad at me for talking about adopting from a breeder. So anyway, I didn't put a deposit down because for me it's really important to see the kitten, to see if I connect with them, and that happened with Charlie. So I was watching probably like 5 different Ragdoll breeders' websites to see if they were listing any new kittens after Rags had passed. And I had a lot of warning to Rags' passing. He was 19 and a half years old, and he had been diagnosed with kidney failure. And in December of 2008, they told me he had about 2 weeks to live, if that. He ended up living 3 months, of course, and I had a lot of time to say goodbye, a lot of time to think about what I wanted to do next. So it was a lengthy process, but one that I am very grateful to have had. I'm very blessed to have had. So anyway, I went to Soulmate Ragdolls, or where Charlie and Trig are from, in Salisbury, North Carolina. And I was checking, like I said, the 5 breeders' websites pretty regularly. And I knew that I wanted a seal mitted with a blaze. I didn't care what the coloring was of the cat that was related to Rags, and I definitely wanted 2 males. So one had to be seal mitted with a blaze, and the other one could be anything. Could be anything. And so I saw Charlie's face, and I just knew he had to be mine. So I reached out to Laura, the breeder, and said, is he taken? Can I have him? And I'd like a second. Is there another one that's available from Truly's litter? She said that there were 2 males that were unspoken for in Truly's litter, and they were both blue lynxes, and one was a blue lynx color point, and one was a blue lynx color point mitted. And she said she had a deposit down for 1 male from Truly's litter, and I said, okay, whichever cat the lady that has a deposit down doesn't choose, that's the one I want. And that was Trig. So I knew nothing about blue lynxes, I knew a little bit about blues because my aunt, who started the whole Ragdoll thing in our family, had a blue, but nobody had ever had a blue lynx. Blue mitted, or blue mitted with a blaze, but no one's ever had a lynx. So it was kind of fun to have something different. And I'm certainly glad I got this Yahoo. He makes me laugh every day. He is the funniest cat I've ever had, and the easiest cat by far that I've ever had.
Jay, what are you doing? What are you smelling? Oh, it's so beautiful.
Rags would have loved a day like today. Nice, cool, and crisp with the sun shining down. But no bees yet. Rags really liked bees. He liked to watch them. He didn't play with them, thank goodness. But he liked to watch them. What do you think, Wooey? So one of the things when I post about this every year is I don't know. My heart doesn't hurt like it did a year afterwards. Certainly it's been 9 years. But everyone always says, oh, I'm so sorry. And it's not about that for me anymore. It's about sharing the impact that he had on my life and the impact that he's created because of it. The social media, the website, all of the Ragdoll cat community that we have, that is so awesome to me. And that's his legacy, and that's why I talk about him. Also, you might see me, Boo, did you roll in dirt? Oh my goodness, you did. Cersei, you rolled in dirt, I can tell. Cersei, what are you doing rolling in dirt? You're a big dirt roller. I know, Cersei. What the heck was I saying? Started thinking about Charlie's shaved paw. Wooey. Well, I know that I was talking about the legacy stuff, but I don't remember other than that. Meow. I see what Che is doing. Che. I'm gonna try to get a shot from him without stepping on my hostas that are growing. There you go.
Hi, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's a pretty day outside today, Chickadoo. Chickadoo.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Yay! So Rags was a seal-mitted ragdoll, and when I was sending out inquiries you know, I had to learn all the color patterns and all that stuff. I didn't know much about ragdolls. Other than, you know, my family had several. I just didn't really know about the color patterns and never got into the breeding, showing side of things, if you will. And so I found out, you know, I sent people like headshots of rags and they're like, oh, he's a seal color point. And I'm like, no, he's a mitted. And they're like, oh, he's a mismark mitted. And I was like, what? I knew that he was a pet quality, but I didn't know what his mismarkings were. Came to find out that seal mitted Burmans have dark chins, but seal mitted ragdolls are supposed to have white chins for show quality. So Charlie's actually perfectly marked for a show quality ragdoll. So come here, I need your face. Come here, just a second. I'm gonna use your face. So you'll see he has a white chin. Thank you, love you, bye. Thank you, love you, bye. And then Charlie also has the perfectly marked, the seal is supposed to go to about mid-thigh and be even on both sides, and he has all that stuff. Rags was definitely mismarked in that sense. So, point being is that when I see a seal-mitted ragdoll with a dark chin, I get very excited. It's a mismark that is actually perfect, in my opinion. Boo, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, that whole showing, show quality stuff is hard for me because I think they're all perfect. I mean, Chiggy's, he is, whatchamacallit, a pet quality because of his, I don't know if you saw it right there when he was standing up, but he's got like, his back legs have the two little gray marks on them. So he's pet quality because of that. But to me, he is like model quality. Hello. Gal, you could be like a supermodel, like a runway model, gal. Whoa. We're gonna have to like verticut the lawn or something. It's not looking so hot. Woolies. Alright guys, well share in the comments below if you're still watching what you think about the whole show quality, pet quality, breeder quality stuff. I understand it all has merit. It doesn't really, it's hard for me to be like, Charlie is perfectly marked. I know that he's perfectly marked, but he's perfectly marked in my heart. You know, it's not necessarily aesthetic for me anymore. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Say bye. Say bye. Say love you.